YouTube, it's Tamika. Sorry about the lighting, it's kind of bad. But I was coming by to do a video. I came up with this video idea since it's around the September 11th time, and I just wanted to kind of reflect on September 11th and just kind of think about what was going on in our lives at the time of it. I know for me, I was actually a senior in high school, which that kind of gives my age. Senior in high school, I guess it was around first semester, school just got in. I was looking forward to a lot of exciting things for senior year, and I know for me, September 11th kind of changed a lot of that. I know the actual day of the tragedy, my mom was gonna come pick us up from school. We were all freaked out. I think Aaliyah had just passed, so it was kind of, I know for me, I really liked Aaliyah, so this was kind of like, oh my God, there's a lot going on in the world now. And so basically, you know, it was a really kind of scary time. I was, for the first time, I was gonna be moving out of my mom's house, going to college. And so I wanted to reflect on some things that, well, some ways the world has changed, I feel, since September 11th. And so what I'd like you to do is just jot down a few ways you feel the world has changed. How has it changed? And, you know, how has this affected, both negative and positive? So we could start a dialogue. You guys could, you know, we could talk about in the comment section. Like, a lot of people I can imagine still kind of have trauma from this day. And the reason why I say this and I wanted to post this is because as a kid, I actually lived in Oklahoma during the Oklahoma City bombing. And I know for a very long time that affected me because I was actually in the 5th grade. I felt like my classroom shake. I was actually supposed to have a track meet on that day, so it was really traumatic. We didn't know what was going on. It was the first real event like that of the time, you know, of my lifetime, and it was actually in the city I was in. And Oklahoma was barely on the map at that time, so it was kind of scary. So let's just reflect on that. I've written down a few ways I feel the world has changed. One thing I know for me, and just in general, fear. The fear was very heightened around that time. People were scared to ride airplanes. People were scared to do a lot of things that they normally did. And so just fear. I'm sure some people who were close to it or affected by it, you know, still traumatized by that fear. And also just fear of people in our society that we weren't, you know, afraid of before. And I know for me, during undergrad, I'm not the type to really sleep with the TV on, but I know my first year I slept with the TV on, the news was on nonstop. And I kind of had to stop myself, like, okay, I'm listening to the news nonstop. What is it doing for me? How is this affecting me? If anything, is perpetuating the fear in my life. So I turned the news off and haven't really turned it on much, unless, you know, something comes through on my phone. So just kind of detaching myself from, you know, the news and the media and stuff, because it was too much. Also, my senior year financially, I feel like there was a financial hit big time. We didn't even have a senior trip because most people's parents couldn't even afford a senior trip. So we didn't have a senior trip. You know, a lot of the things we had were later on in the year. So it kind of changed up, you know, the traditions of our school for our class. You know, mostly because of no money. And then just like I mentioned before, just a spook on society, how we were, as a society, people were just more afraid. And I think that it's kind of just like built up a little bit more, and it's heightened, you know. So I just wanted to come by and do a quick video on that. Let's process that. Let's talk about, you know, the things that have, like, the outcomes of September 11th. If I missed something, feel free to share it. Really interested in seeing what you guys have to say. If this is your first time on the channel, please be sure to like the video if you liked it. If you want to, subscribe to the video. And I should start posting videos like once a week. Looking forward to reading some of your questions. With the questions, feel free to give as much detail as you want. I will not share your personal information, like your email, your phone number, but if the video is chosen, I'll just use like the basic gist of it. None of your personal information will be shared. So I look forward to dialoguing with you guys about this. All right, until next time, thanks.